Man, I just want to put my hands up and say, look, chat, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I thought we was going to get something at the Game Awards. Not only for Tekken, I thought we was going to get stuff for Street Fighter and, Virtual Fighter. Nothing. I know that Tekken announced that they've got an update coming soon. I don't know what the update's going to be. Virtual Fighter, we didn't get no news at the Game Awards, which is kind of crazy if you want to showcase a new game. I still think Harada's going to Sega, by the way. I still think that's a possibility. But yeah, that's another story for another day. But then also as well, that's quite interesting is I do feel like Street Fighter, they've got a new update coming. But they only updating Mai, Elena, and Saga. What happened to the rest of the characters? I don't know. But anyways, it's not about fighting games today. This is about what is going on with Sugamo Arcade. Now, I saw this and I was like, man, look, drinking my coffee, set up my Christmas tree, everything is done. But this was important, and I'm not even ready for this video. I'm not even, I ain't structured this video in any type of way, but I have seen this and I said, damn, this is something we need to talk about. So Sugamo Arcade, which is in Japan, says, we extend our deepest gratitude for continued generous patronage at all times. We regret to inform you that with our sincerest apologies for any inconvenience, the Namco Sugamo store will cease operations on March 22nd, 2026, which is a Sunday. Thank you very much for your local support over the years. We will continue regular business operations until the closing date. We have also prepared special events leading up to the closure, so we kindly ask for your support until the very end. Now, if you lot don't know, and you lot are maybe newer players, or maybe you just don't know about the arcade scene. The arcade scene is what brought a lot of people together. We've had the arcade scene in the UK. We had Trocadero. There's a lot of people that have had their arcade scenes in different countries and stuff like that. Sugamo Arcade, if you went to Japan, you had to go visit Sugamo Arcade. This is where a lot of, rivalries were formed. A lot of people play they played Tekken here, right? And it's sad because obviously we've heard about the Harada news. And again, I still feel sad about it up until this day. And then we've got this. And now it's like, okay, well, there's two ways to look at it. We knew the arcade scene was dying anyways, right? We knew the arcade scene was dying. We have online now. Online's gotten a lot better, I would say, in the COVID era, because we had to have good online. No one could go and meet up, and there was no locals. There was no tournaments. In the COVID era, we had to stay in our home, so online had to improve drastically compared to how it was before. So now that online is good, people are now accustomed to just staying at home. They don't want to go out and go to the arcades anymore. Online's good. They can learn. They can, react to certain things. So what's the point? And I feel like people just gave up on the arcade. And even if you look at Tekken 7, I think they had round 2. Potentially they had round 3. I can't remember if they had round 3. I'm sure they had round 2, and I had Geese and everyone. I'm sure they had a version where it had Leroy, Fakaram and stuff like that as well, but I cannot remember. You lot can let me know in the comment section down below. Seeing this, it upsets me, and I really want to figure out a way to get to Japan just to go and see what their event is saying. I think this is, if there's community people watching this, pro players watching this, I think we definitely need to either come together to go and just see this arcade out, because again, there's a lot of players that have built up their careers from, going to these arcades and stuff like that as well. So, and to be honest, they're the ones that showed us that there's, a next level with Tekken, Korean backdashing, with punishing and all of these things. I'm more than sure people didn't know about all of these things beforehand. So I would say, yeah, it would be good to kind of see this arcade scene out, man. I can't lie. It's sad. It's sad. It just seems like everything has kind of gone downhill with Tekken. And, I want to clear this up because, I know I didn't clear this up in the previous video. I know people will look at, stuff of me critiquing Tekken as maybe a reason why Harada's left. That couldn't be more further than the truth. I'll be so real with you. Me critiquing Tekken, that's been a thing that I've done for years. And I critique something that I love and something that, I've paid for. If I have a drink and I don't like the drink, I'm going to say, hey, I don't like the drink. If I get food and I don't like the food, hey, I don't like the food. It's critiquing something that I have paid for, right? Tekken, I've loved you. it would be silly to say that I don't like Tekken. It would be silly to say. Like, Tekken as a, like, you know, as a franchise, my whole channel has, like, I'd say 90% of my channel is based on Tekken, right? 95 even, if you want to put it that. I love the game, but we can't stay away. You can't stare away from the fact that Tekken 8 is not the direction that I personally feel like it should be in, or the direction of how the previous Tekkens were. And yes, they want to make a different game, and yes, they want a new crowd. But I do feel like at the end of the day, Tekken 8 has a lot of issues, especially like balancing as well. So me critiquing shouldn't be a problem. Like, especially if you have a business as well. People critique businesses all the time. All the time. You go to watch a film and you don't like it, you're not gonna say, oh, it's great because you just love the franchise. You're gonna say if it's good or not. That's just how it goes. But, and to be fair, Harada's been there for 30 years. So there's probably other things. Maybe, like I said, maybe he wants to just spend time looking after himself. You know, I saw in an interview he was talking about his liver and stuff like that. So it's like 30% or something like that. Maybe he just wants to spend time to just relax, not get high blood pressure. You know, he's lowered down the drinking. And I will say this directly to him, that I hope the best for his future. I hope the best in whatever he goes into. Like, he's definitely going to be involved in like gaming at some to some capacity. I think he's getting to Sega for Virtual Fighter. I could be wrong. I was wrong, you know what I mean, about the Game Awards. I was wrong. But, you know, we're here now. We're here. I can put my hands up. But I might not be wrong about the season pass actually being that season pass. But yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong about it. I'll take accountability for it. It's sad. It's sad the Game Awards never had nothing for Tekken, man. I don't know what to really say. I don't know what they're doing over there. It's been ultra silent. We have a new patch coming out. I don't know. But yeah, this Sugamo arcade, this is the page, you know, the page they're showing like quite a few things. It's sad, bro. It's real sad. Real sad. I don't even know what to even say at this point, because it feels like the game that I actually love is just drifting away. And you know, no matter how much I use this platform to kind of give ideas to Tekken, and there's been stuff they've implemented, you know, like for example, Tekken 7, the rank bar. You know, I was talking about having a rank bar in it. Some of the suggestions that we've done, and not even just me, some of the suggestions that the Mandem Lobby have said, you know, they've implemented into the game. It's not just me. So, and there's probably stuff that other people, other content creators have said that they've suggested, and even stressed their frustration, and then they've changed certain things. You know, even like Tekken 8, the front cover where it just had like Kazuya, or it had like, you know, whatever character. I was saying they should change it and have your own character there, and they did. So they do. I don't know. I think the frustration comes from they do listen sometimes. And a lot of the decisions and ideas they're made is what's led to this. You know? It's sad. The arcade era is gone. So basically, this basically cements that the arcade era is absolutely finished. Like, there's no reason to go arcade. Outside of maybe nostalgia. Like when I went to Thailand, I went to the arcade and I'm like, there weren't really anyone in the arcade, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? There weren't no Tekken, there weren't any of those games. It was just like, they were just like, I don't know, like punch machine, throwing the basketball in the hoops. Those type of games, you know, if you're with your girlfriend or if you got the family around and you don't want to play some games, then those are the games that you would see. And it's like, what happened, man? What happened? What happened to like people putting their money down and saying, yeah, we're gonna play Tekken or Virtual Fighter? Like that era, the arcade era is super duper done. We're in the online era. Sad. That is what brought a lot of us together. But all in all, it's here. Sugamo Arcade is up until, yeah, it's up till the 22nd of March, 2026. I would love to use my platform just to let you lot know that I would appreciate it if you lot could go and support them. I'm going to try to go out there as well before it closes, just to go show support. yeah, there ain't really much more I can really say on this subject. I'm like I said I'm sad so many times. It's yeah. So I feel like this is the end of an era. I'll say this is the end of the arcade era. Maybe that might be the title of the video, end of the arcade era, because I don't know any more arcade any arcade scenes. There's not many left. When I went to Thailand, there weren't even no Tekken setups. So I'd say end of a fighting arcade era. Fighting game arcade era, yeah. Come on, man. That's. Let me know what you lot think, man. Seriously, it's. I don't think the arcade era could come back. Personally, it's just all of them just keep shutting down. You know, they all just keep shutting down, and maybe it's just becoming too expensive to run. You know, every year, you know, the bills probably going up. The expenses probably going up, and people are just not turning up to the arcades. Just imagine all your favorite players. This is before the online era. All your favorite players used to turn up to these arcades and play games. Always putting down, you know, whatever it is, the token every single time. The whole day. People come and go. Matches are getting recorded. Like, remember the green, even if you talk about like the green arcade, when Tekken Tag 2, even like Tekken 7, when Tekken 7 wasn't even out for the public, right? We would be watching YouTube videos of these players playing the game that we couldn't even play. We was playing Tekken Tag 2 while they were playing Tekken 7. Like, this was the era. Everyone was going there because the game was not out yet. And even like Tag 2, like this is where you get the fiercest competition. But now you could get the fiercest competition by just playing online. So why do you need arcades? Or like, is there, you know, can arcades survive? I don't know, man. You lot let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll be on to the next video. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.